Hi, foreigner in the Philippines here. I thought I'd just clear up a few questions that people have had on their comments, mainly about who is relative to who. Now, Beth and Marifi are in-laws. They're not sisters. They're in-laws. Marifi is sister to Timio's wife. So we are connected by in-laws. Okay? So Marifi's mother is not related to Nanai. They are not sisters as somebody thought that they might be. Right? So the connection, it's really very simple. The connection is Timio's marriage to Marifi's sister. That's what connects us all. Okay? So Lovely May is daughter to Timio. Now that's fairly easy too. So you don't actually need to know much about, much more than that about everybody there. Now we did have a question from Hulk. He thought that Talik and Balalut are our stepchildren, Beth and my stepchildren. And he was worried, I guess, in case the father never saw the kids. Well, actually, Talik is daughter to Mananglina, and Balalut is the son of Manarado. Balalut chooses to live with his grandma because I guess his dad is a rice worker, and pretty well Balalut's decided that he gets a better life if he stays here with Nanai, and Nanai welcomes that because in the Philippine culture, being alone is not something that is very acceptable. So whenever anybody takes a hike down that road, down to the main road where they can get public transport, they usually are accompanied by a child. Whenever I went on the bike, on my motorcycle, if Beth wasn't coming with me, she would always say, "Oh, take Talik with you," or "Take Balalut with you," and I'd have a child with me because, well, that's the thing that you do. You don't go anywhere alone. So I always had a kid in tow, which was fine by me. Now, what happens with Talik, as far as I'm concerned, is that Talik's dad passed away just over a year ago. And she was not very close to her dad. And since then, I've been Daddy Terence. So that's a common thing in the Philippine culture, is to have another father, another who is Daddy Joe, Daddy Harry, whoever it is, and I'm Daddy Terence. And she is like a daughter to me. Balalut never used to be that close. He was a very shy, private person, and it took some time to get to know him and for him to get to know me and to be safe. But now we are close. We have a good relationship. It's a fun thing, and he and Talik often accompany me or accompany Beth and I, and of course we always take them swimming and we take them on treats and stuff like that. And so in the end they've been coming across as our kids, which in a way they are. So that clears up the relatives thing. And as far as that church goes, it's let me see, Timio is the pastor, hence Pastor Timio, and he runs that church. And the church is also heavily family as well from Timio's wife's side. That is Timio's mother-in-law and father-in-law. They're heavily involved with the church. And so another question, when the father-in-law of Timio went into hospital very recently, somebody said, despite the animosity or the present difficulties in relationships, would you help with the father-in-law? Of course we would have done. but we weren't asked. Apparently we weren't needed, so that was great. And the father-in-law is now out of hospital and he's doing fine apparently, so all is well. So let me see what else I can tell you as far as how we help our family. We've always said who is who and who is what. Who is a brother-in-law. We've always said that. We've always made that very clear, because we know that there are some people who might say, well, all you're doing is helping your relatives. Well, that's not all we're doing. We're helping anyone that we can with what we have, and we're helping those in need. And the way that it's working out at the moment, simply because we're in touch with a lot of relatives, it's a close family, in spite of everything that's been going on, we are not alienated in any way from any of our family. Not on our side or on the other side, the other channel. Of course, things are certainly very awkward with Marife and Beth and me, of course, as well. But that's life, isn't it? Sometimes things are awkward. So that's how that is going at the moment. We are ready to help with the construction costs when we, let me see, as soon as the house for the pastor's house is finished, which we're hoping is going to be soon, but we are held up on that because of a complaint, an unfounded complaint, which had already been proved through PayPal, that went through to GoFundMe, and they are holding quite a large sum of money which we would be using for the pastor's house. We're hoping that that will be resolved fairly soon. We're answering the questions that we need to on that and offering the proof, which we have. We have all receipts for everything that we have paid. Now, we don't know everything about every donation, but we do know about the donations, or I shouldn't say that word. We do know about the support gifts that are sent to us, because we record every single thing. What else can I tell you? So we are well documented and have been right from the very word go. Documentation is vital. I may not know a lot, but I know that. A paper trail is what you need, and that's what we have, whatever anybody may think. So that is ongoing. May as well just bridge in and tell you that this coming week we are hoping that on our way down to Dubai to have a look at Pastor Gilbert's house and see how that work is going, take him some money. We're hoping to stop by and speak to Mike and Jean, who are the directors who run the Village of Hope, which we have had talks with them through the Village of Hope license, which is of course a non-profit. It's a registered non-profit organization, and we can work with them under their umbrella. We've agreed on that in principle, and all we need to do is agree to the way that they do their particular accounting so that ours dovetails in with the way they work. And we're hoping to be able to produce some real results on funding for them. So that's for the kids at that orphanage, which you've seen some videos. Anybody that's out there in any kind of doubt, what we ask you is this: just watch the videos, because all of those suggestions that are made by people are usually on the basis, if they border on being critical, let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they're not trolls, which now get blocked and deleted straight away. Let's give them the others the benefit of the doubt and say that you have serious concerns about whether things are transparent, whether things are open, well, all you have to do is look at the other videos, search out the accounting videos, and there we account for what's been received and what's been spent, where and how, and all of the details are there. As a matter of fact, Beth is really, really detail oriented when it comes to that, and that's part of her job. I'm more on the creative side, design, and other things that I do quite well. Apart from being a Sunday driver, taking all the kids to church and back home again, I do other things as well. Okay, so that's about it from me. If there are any questions that you have, the best thing to do is not just put them in the comments, because this is what happens to a comment. A comment goes into the comment section of any one of 800 or almost 900 videos, and it sits in there, and I may not even see it. Right, so we had one couple that said, well, we never heard back from you at all, so it's no point, is it? Well, I'd never seen one of their comments, and I advise them, as I advise everybody, if you really want to talk to me, then send me a message with your question or your suggestion or whatever it is that you want some input from me. I will be very happy to get back to you. You might have to be patient, but I promise I will get back to you, and I will respond, and I will try to deal with your query, concern, question, whatever it is that you've written about. I do that. That's my job. Okay, so I'll leave off now, and I will look forward to talking to you again. That's my job. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.